goodness, everything I'm pushing is like, oh. Click on this, and we are here. Wait, music. There we go. And shh. Music's still playing on my end. Because there's a web page open that's playing the music. Done. Sweet. Welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness. Ever so slightly losing the plot. Shouldn't have minimized that. Wow, we'll clear it. Anyway. Hello. Alright, let's now get into what is going on. Nothing over there. Over here. 5 minutes and the other ship car shoot. Yes, correct. So, Wednesday, we recorded all the audio for the web series. Well, actually 3/4 of it. But my stuff and Netwinder's stuff has been recorded. And kind of going through the script, I'm like, oh wait, I need one more ship. So just like the Hero ship, which is this one. My mum's sister is French, and she's always angry. She's always croissant. Nice. So this is our main hero ship that we have throughout the series. However, at the end, there is another ship. There is another! And so I need to make another, and I've got to make another ship. It's going to be a little bit bigger. And so hence why we've gone down the route. Is that a subscriber? Sweet! Fruck, welcome. Just turn that up. Turn it up so I can hear it. I put some deep heat on and I went to the toilet. Oh, just kicked in. Oof. Hello. How's your father? For those females, you guys wouldn't understand. Anyways, that's the main ship. And then the ship that I've been working on for the past, obviously, couple of streams. I've been working on this one at, after hours, off stream. And so we're kind of like at this point with the paneling. Still plenty more to do on the back end, but it is coming along nicely. I dare you not to use any flat vertical external walls. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But this is the main ship. I'm trying to really try and get this one done soon. It's been great just to kind of like sit down and kind of just mash it out. I know there's still a bit more work that needs to be done. Okay. This one? There we go. Far out. Still a bit more work to do back here. But I'll kind of clean that up a little bit later. But this ship is coming along nicely as well. Oh, man. Far out. Okay. Let's bring that window over here. There we go. That window can go there, and you can go up there. There we go. Donald 9425, welcome. I actually find it really helps striking silhouettes. Yes, yeah. So if we kind of like have a look at this silhouette. Hello. That silhouette there looks quite nice. So I really like that. Even that's got like a bit of a power move in it as well. But save that, jump out. Today's going to be focus is this one. Welcome. Welcome. Kicking girls. So we're going to be working on this one today. The reason why I picked it is because I really liked the shape of this cockpit. Now this one here, it's not going to be kind of like flat square that we're just going to pull back. It will be more on that angle. And we can see that we've kind of got this line here. So we will probably try and follow that one as much as possible. Not sure about this, what we're going to do here. Landing gears, this is a good start. Obviously, we don't have a landing gear here because that's something we've got to add in. Cutlass Black Cousin, I believe. I agree. Captain Smoke is here. Lovely. The whole, like, how is this going to load? I've been thinking about, looking at this image, and it's actually let's bring up Midjourney. Just to kind of show you the kind of like ideas that I was going down. I really liked this one, but I also did like this one here. That's kind of more around the caterpillar. And that's why I was thinking maybe we just slap a cockpit on the side, but I'm like, eh. So you can see I was really trying to do quite a few design iterations and such. So, but I think that's the one I'm going to pick because I think it's just got a really nice shape. So that's what we're going to go with. Or I like the idea of an offset arm that traces to the side and has a door. I didn't think about that, but that's a good idea, isn't it? That's something Spooky would rig up. Interesting. Let's go down that route. We'll continue on that route. Someone just joined the stream. Who was that? Henrique, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so this is kind of like the shape. I really do like this shape. So let's go ahead. First up, we're going to pose this guy. And what's the first thing we always do is kind of like block. I like an idea of, yep. Is this going to be a hauler? No, it's going to be a hauler. So that's the kind of like the ending for these two guys. The ramp on the first and the second one had a neat side ramp. Yeah, like a tongue. Completely agree. That's why I'm kind of like going down that route. Fist Food, welcome. Okay, let's rig this guy. So into pose mode. And he's going to be very much sitting up. Luke, welcome. And just kind of thinking, I reckon he'll probably be somewhere. Oh, that deep heat. Oh my goodness. Big Shack. Welcome to the stream. Johnson, welcome. And so we're thinking of something nice and simple like this. And we're just going to give him a rough pose. There we go. Something like that. Control C to copy the pose. Control Shift V to paste the pose but flipped. And then we can just do a little bit more like, oh yeah, Control C, Control Shift V. And let's just get rid of some of these controls because there's too many. Primary, secondary face, tweak, 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 tweak. There we go. So this is kind of the idea that I was thinking about where he's going to be sitting. All right, something like that. Beautiful. Just realized that shit reminds me of Neptune 2, New Jupiter from recent reboot. Ugh. Lost in Space. Yeah, I know that, mate. X 238. So, from here, we're going to go into Cube. Who just joined? Cosmin, welcome to the stream. Much appreciated for the subscribe. Trying to get that 100,000 mark. See if we can see how far we can get with that tonight. V to rip, Control L delete vertices, and of course I've forgotten to turn on screencast keys. So we can do screencast keys. Now you have to remember the very first things that we do is always block. Looks like John's status report. That's the Austin Powers moves, isn't it? First time catching you live. Been sub for like 5 years. Awesome. Now I've been using Botaniq for 7. No worries, literal. I am glad you are here. Oh gosh, here they come. I can't read Russian, but Kupen, welcome. Okay, so I reckon something. What do we reckon? That's a good size. And then we open it up a little bit. No, I reckon. Let's bring that back. I reckon what we might do is let's bring in the other ship so that we've got kind of like a reference. I'm going to link it in. Let's go into web series, ships, main hero ship, DreamUV, link, just so we can kind of see. Yeah, has 5 been released yet? Like you do with phone sellers, you block. Block! Yeah, sorry. Has 5 actually been released now? Okay, good. So now we've got kind of like a ship scale. I reckon we can make this wider. Let's maybe pull this out a bit. Gives them space. You never give jury space. And then we are looking for something along those lines. Who just joined? Janois, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. And then we'll pull it up. And then we'll make it come down. So, no, actually, like something like that. I think that's a pretty good shape. I do like this line here. And no vertical walls. So it's going to be something like that. So as you can see, we're just using the image just kind of as a reference. We're not copying it completely. Next week is RC. Right. I did see it was in RC now, but I'm like, oh, do I download it or not? I don't know. My wife, Rose, is leaving me because of my session with pens, biros. I know what you're saying. I don't get that one. Daily Faith Hub, welcome. What's with all these guys? Jupiter has some super underrated. They also share with you. Okay, I'll have to have a look at that one. It's not on Steam yet. Right, okay. Yeah, I just downloaded normally. Maybe I should start using Steam so I can actually track how much I'm using. I think that would be a nice stat. Now, the big question is, what are we going to do around this? Do we put in... Oh, wait. This dude needs more space because, obviously, he stands up, doesn't he? Well, I mean, we could just do something like this. We grab these and we go GZ. So we have something like that. And then we've got a shape like that. I think that works out well. Nice. Round that off. Perfect. I do think we could move this out a little bit. That's a loud motorbike. Maybe I'm tired. Bold Drew, welcome to the stream. Do you use a mouse to create an object like that spaceship? I mean, like the whole space. Yeah. So this is one of the other ones that we've created. I just need another ship as part of this web series. So from here, let's kind of go P, separate by selection. And this one, I do like the massive get stuffed engines on the side. So maybe what we'll do, scale Z0. And what we're going to do is, oops, let's see what our silhouette is looking like. Something along those lines. And then we will go scale on the Y. I do like how it's kind of like this looking. Okay. And then, yeah, maybe we just playing with shapes at the moment. And let's make sure we turn the clipping on. Did I turn clipping on for this one? Nope. So now we've got duplicate faces in the middle there. Come over here, turn that clipping puppy back on. Not sure how much I like that, but I think then we can put a cover over the top. Love Speed Racer, that movie was, yeah, I agree with that. I think Speed Racer was ahead of its time. It was a great TV show. All right. Nice. I do like the shape of this cockpit. I think we could maybe go a little, oops. We go a little bit steeper. Because if we have a look at this chap, we could see now he's got plenty of space. And then we'll do a nice cutout. Actually, maybe we push this back. So he's like really up in there. And then we could even... let's move that away. So move, new collection, junk. There we go. And like I've spoken before, we have one collection that's my junk folder, so that if I ever want to try and go nuts with one of the objects, I've already I have made a bit of a backup, if that makes sense. Oops. Let's just get him into a little bit more position. Okay. And so now he's got plenty of space. Actually, you know what? I reckon we move him up, and the actual ship kind of has a step in the middle, and then that's how they can walk in, and they kind of like slide in. I think that'll be better. In your television, hi. Man of Hills World 1 more hi. The movie though, oh man, super underrated. Yeah, it was. It was underrated. Okay. I like this, I like this. This means now that we're going to have the back end open. And we could, what I'm thinking is, if we move something like that, obviously we're going to probably put a big bevel over everything. So we get those nice curve lines. And this back here is just the big get stuffed entryway. Kind of like the Titan. I think that'll give us plenty of room. In here, we'll definitely be building in our landing gear. Fugo, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the subscribe. Really appreciate it. 40 beats. I got a 50-90 is what I'm kicking at the moment. I reckon we're doing well here. Let's maybe just do a little bit more work on this. I do like the idea that it has here. Someone goes into a bigger piece and then it comes in. And then if we just, whoops, kind of like doing the blocking now. You and you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the idea is something along these lines. I do like the idea of this bit here cutting in a smidgen. Oops, let's maybe do something like that. Maybe now we just push it out a little bit. Cool. Control S to save. I'm going to Shift D, move that into the junk folder so that I just want to have a quick look at what it is actually going to look like. Oh, just bevel everything, mate. And to me, that looks nice and clean. This shape is a little bit weird, so I think we can work on that. But other than that, that works out well. The back end doesn't seem right. But we'll see if we can work that out a little bit later, okay? The Matrix movie has been really far ahead of its time as well. It's coming to fruition. Please do shading nodes. Do shading nodes. No, there's no point in doing shading nodes right now. I got nothing. You gotta wait. Alright, so let's go GG. Something like that. Hurricane. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's maybe just work on cutting this section out here. So, what's going to be the best way? I'm half just thinking we just go into knife tool. Knife wrench. Oh, who's excited about scrubs coming out? Okay, let's try that again. K, C. And so what that C does means that it will cut through everything. Something like that, I reckon. Which means now that we could come in. Oops. Control R to put an edge loop. Right? There we go. Just see if we can clean all this up now. GG. Okay, where's... There to there. Does that look about right? Yes. J. So now we've cut that out. What the heck is that? Why didn't that cut all the way through, you clown? Dang it, Bobby. Okay, let's undo that. Can I ask a question? Absolutely can. Because I'm unsure the furniture is a very common field. I'm hesitant. What? I want to get your advice on robotic furniture. For deployment, what do you mean by robotic furniture? You mean like a wheelchair that can walk? Okay, I just want to recut that because that did not work in the slightest. Go like this, and then we're going to go, I reckon something like that, and let's cut all the way through. Let's see, enter. Did I do it too late? Nope. Yes, I did. Right click, subdivide. Let's go GG. And we'll try and line this up to the best we can. GG. Perfect. J. Awesome. Ah, far out. Subdivide. So the reason why it didn't cut through, because I didn't press C early enough. And C is the option that will cut through the mesh when using the knife tool. Fat fingers. We are still in that blocking page. Awesome. We're getting people coming in. Sarana, welcome to the stream. Drake Cutter. A TV that can follow you? Oh yeah, that's not bad. Top windscreen looks more like open windows. Maybe we should make some windscreen wipers. It's a little bit of an inside joke for those of you who have been around long enough. Hey, those were some great windscreen wipers. I don't care what you say. Let's go J to join. Nice. You can complain all you want about my windscreen wipers. That were great. And then we'll go from here to here. J. Nope. Here to here. J. There we go. I'm just trying to think what is going to be the best way here. I mean, technically we could bring this down to there. And then we've got our square, square, square. Merge by distance. How much of it... Ugh. That does give us that shape. Well, I mean... Technically we don't need to follow that shape. Because we can always come in and clean that up afterwards. I am the man when it comes to modeling windscreen wipers. It's fun scenes. When it's that confusing, there's clearly some missing pieces to explain why that movie was made. Oh, I love a good conspiracy theory. I think if I try making ships like this, I'll end up... Oh, you got rid of it. It's actually... Okay, so I'm going to grab all these pieces, P separate by selection, and let's hide that. So we have this nice shape. Let's do a Control B. And now we've got a very nice gradual shape that goes through there. Sir Oz, welcome to the stream. Okay, that's coming together nice. And then this is where... I'm a little bit hesitant to do bevels just yet, but I think it's going to be a necessary evil. What are you talking about? I half feel that this here could be a separate piece that we attach onto. So it's almost as if we could chop these pieces out here. Sorry. These pieces here. And then we glue it on. I think that might be the best way forward. Because then we can do things there. Let's get piece separate by selection. Definitely should bring in wipers. I'm still waiting for a dunny in one of your ships. Well, I mean, it does have a dunny. Dunny, mate. Aye. So if I bring this one back, the dunny in this ship Let's go space, walk navigation. So if we kind of come in, this door here is meant to be the dunny. So behind here, this is where it's meant to be. I just haven't put it in there because in the web series, there is no dunny. So, oh yeah, for those of you who didn't know, if you go into search by pressing space or F3 or FN, F3, you type in walk and now you can kind of like fly around. So holding shift, you move it around. Middle scroll wheel. No, yeah, there we go. Scroll wheel will speed up or slow down. And then you can actually just fly around your models. Yeah, fun fact. Okay, so let me just hide that again. Begone, evildoer! Okay, I like this, I like this, I like this. We could probably, at this point, scale that in. This here becomes this. And then that becomes... Nope. First we'll do an inset. And then an extrude. Just so we've got kind of like a bit of an extra boundary. Now we're talking. That's a dunny. Now, what part of Australia are you in? The capital. Canberra. Canberra, bruh. Hey, bruh. I don't know. It's late. It's already 10:15 at night. Then... Not sure about this. I think we'll come back to that one. This cockpit is giving me a mental challenge. So, I'm liking this shape. However, it's not really the shape that we're after. So let's go GG. Let's see how annoying that shape is. It's not bad. But I feel that it should be higher. It's growing on me. I'm just going to Control J and join both of these. Just because then it gives me like flat plates. And I think if we... No, that doesn't work. GG. Yes! Clean that puppy up. So now, yeah, let's go ahead. Whoops. Let's go ahead and separate these pieces. You have to remember we're still in that blocking phase. And I harper about that every week. Blocking. Might as well get it all right and then kind of come back. Do the windows last? Yeah. It's more trying to get that shape. And I think that shape works really well. Maybe we just raise that up a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Delicious. Then from here, I'm thinking we curve that up. It's the smile from the Joker at the moment. And then this section here, I like, if we're looking at this reference photo, we can see how it comes out and then comes in. So this part of the ship is actually lower once again. So let's maybe take that idea. Whoops, get away. Shift D, move it down. P separate by selection. I'm going to pull it in. And we will just wing this. Looks a little bit too much like a boat. And then technically kind of like this underside gives it its reinforcement. So we're just playing with ideas of what the bottom would look like. And then this is where we could probably have some space to put big get stuff, landing gears come down. It was like a Volvo truck, yeah? Yeah, I'll take that. I'm in the Asimov School of Sci-Fi Pseudo-Realism for Life. Can't tell if that's a joke or not. Do you use approximate convex decomposition feature? What? I'm going to say no. I just start building stuff. I'm going to be working on an indie video game, and I found the best excuse not to design flying cars, model vintage cars, and make them fly. Oh, so I learned something today. So someone was telling me that with model train sets, the cars, they have to make them actually a lot wider, because we're used to seeing cars like straight on. And so the longness looks fine. But if we're looking at cars from like a top-down view, they look really weird because they're really long. So yeah, they purposely make cars fatter. Anyway, it's a little fun fact for you guys if anyone's interested. Let's go this, and I'm going to deselect these, E to extrude, and we'll cut that across, and then we can fix that up a little bit later. I do like that idea, and then under here is where, yeah, Shift S, cursor selected, we can go ahead and create some sort of sensors or something. Rotate Y, I like that idea. Or something under here. Let's just kind of slap it in there for now. Shh. Put in a cube of Rooney. Because, once again, blocking phase, baby. And obviously this is going to kind of go into the cockpit at the moment. So that's why I'm not being too concerned. Here we'll probably dump in some greebles and such. Davmon Studios, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Evening, Sunday day. And something along those lines. And then obviously down here we can put in some more crud and such. Pipage, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm cool with that. So as you can see, that does look tough. Control B. This, I reckon it should be sitting somewhere closer like that. Just having a look at like what the silhouette looks like. Obviously, this is all going to be beveled and such. Blah, blah, blah. Later problem. I need to figure out what to do with all these base mesh people I made. I just keep making clothing. That's one skill I want to get. A new place to put the wiper model. Yes, absolutely. Alright. I read that wrong. Trains are skinny in real life. I will retain this and find a use for it in conversation one day. Talk about train models. Perfect. So can I just click on this? And if I do this, and then I click on this, and then we go here, can I click on this? Sick. Then I click on that. Then we bring this up. Then I can bring up that. Yes! Up there. We've got our count, baby. Wait a minute. I'll fix that up later. Bring you back my screens, please. There we go. So I think overall the shape looks nice. I do like these fins here, and this is one of the reasons why I picked this image, because of the fins. But I mean, technically. Ooh. P separate by selection. Now we've got kind of like roof coverage. Oh, yes. Something like that. And then we can do, whoops, yeah, E to extrude, that's fine. A little bit too extreme, but that's fine. Once again, we are always blocking. until we are happy. That's weird. That's fine. The accent, you Australian. Yes, I am. I'm from Australia. Hamid, welcome to the stream. For those of you who else, like and subscribe. What I was reading about. Decomposition is an add-on tool that takes convex hull, but it doesn't disconfigure the slated mesh. Breaks it up in sections. Finds the correct. I don't know. I have to have a look at that. Don't know what to tell you with that one. Okay, so let's kind of continue on. My friend who was a train spotter fell off the platform and was hit by a train. I felt that when smiling, he was actually chuffed into bits. Jeez. So, just creating another spaceship for my animated web series that putting together. And I just needed another hero ship. So, I reckon we will something like that. This one here, we're going to make it nice and sharp. Right click, shade smooth. I think that's a really nice shape. Sorry, I had a stroke. Maybe, because if we look at... Oh, no, that's a separate piece that comes onto there. That's fine. Let's go Control B. Keep it nice and simple. And then here we'll do a Control B. And just rotate that one. So that's coming together nicely. This here, we're now going to have to fix a little bit. I think, though, we might be okay. So if I were to put in... Because there's plenty of space. I feel that... Actually, Shift D, move to junk. So now I've got a backup of this if I stuff it up completely. So something along these lines. Something along... do we want that, though? I think we do. Ah, crud. Let's do that all together. Like so. Control B to do a bevel. Just so we've got kind of like this nice clean line. Shade smooth and shade smooth. Who was that? Schmix, welcome. Ah, Shining Star, welcome to the stream as well. Sorry I missed you. I like that shape. I think that's great. So, what are we going to do now? We want a bit of an edge around this whole piece. Marco, how'd you do that last time? You did it so well last time as well. Shift D, P separate by selection. Oops, nope, 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 nope. There it is. Convert to curve. Convert to curve. There we go. Ah, I get stuffed. Face. Nope. Okay. Whatevs. So let's get rid of these ones. Delete vertices. And then what we did... Is this still mirror modifier? Nope. Then what we did... Why is it going back to the center there? Oh, what's it called? Where you flip it. We go curve. I think it's there. Add modifier. No, let's go into... I'm just trying to think what's the best way to do this. So, just trialing. Let's go depth. That'll give us that. Control mesh now. Convert to mesh. If I select this edge, this face, Control I, invert my selection, delete faces. So now we have an edge that goes around the whole thing. Good enough. Let's go into add modifier, solidify modifier. I think I've gone the wrong way. Oh no. Sweet. Look at that. Let's now just put on a mirror modifier on it first. And so now we've created a border around it. Oh my goodness, that worked out way better than I thought it was going to. Nice. Can't you just copy the whole cockpit from your hero ship and put it? I don't want it. I want a different one. It's kind of like part of the story. So that's why I haven't done that. This now. You know what? I'm going to try and utilize that now. Let's go like this. This here, though. Let's fix that up. Let's go GG. 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 Something along those lines. Ah. If we do that, can we convert to mesh if I do that? Do I want to do that? Kind of do. Oh, well, I mean, technically, we could just grab all this. Yo. Shift D, P separate by selection. There we go. Generate, solidify modifier, 0. Now we've cut that up a little bit. Can we maybe just delete these edges? Nope, that looks stupid. Maybe we continue with something like that. We've got a nice border there. Great. Might make it a little bit thicker. Yeah, that's looking schmick. So that top wind still needs to be steeper. Wind? Wing. This thing. Yeah, I'm never sure how to handle windows. Yeah. And so that's why I'm just trying to take it a little bit easy. Love all that. So that's great. What's our number? Did I minimize this window? Yes. Excellent. Yeah, let's keep going with that number. Let's see if we can get up to 97,200 subscriber-rooney account. Okay. I'm gonna leave this for now. This, obviously, we could go a bit more. Actually, look, let's just do it while we're here. So I'm going to Shift D this one. P separate by selection. Then we're going to go like so, and then like so. Delete faces. Control J to join. But I'm going to grab this, and we're just going to move it down ever so slightly. Perfect. And then we can do, whatever with that. I do think I'm going to steal a bit of Spooky's idea on what he's done with his windshields. So I love kind of like these lines here. So I think we might take that idea as well. I've done it on a few of the other ships as well. But yeah. So if you want to go check out on my Discord, there is a link somewhere down below. And Spooky's around somewhere. Marco, I want you to make a biological... Nah. Let me know what it takes care of humans' needs as it goes. I like the idea. Ooh, don't like that. Let's go here, right click, mark sharp. And we'll do the same here. Right click, mark sharp. That's kind of added to that. That's looking good. That's looking good. We go from there. The engines now. I think we could probably give this some love. This piece here I really don't like. Let's pull that out. These, I think could be bigger or better. Because I can't really scale shift Y. Because I've already put that bevel on. But if we do a control B. Nope. I don't like that. GG. Oh yeah. Actually that'll work. Control L, delete vertices. I do. Do they need to be bigger? Okay, I'm just trying to play with this idea. Ah, it looks like rubbish. I think it does need to be 30 degrees? Minus? Ugh. 30? Minus? I think they need to be flat. Bisect is an awesome use. What? Seeing a lot of ship windows, clear stickers with register lines. Yes. Yeah. I do like that idea as well. Hi, Vibe Vic. Welcome to the stream. For those as well who are around, subscribe button if you haven't already. Much appreciated. Trying to hit that 100,000 mark. Hey man, I like modeling, but I don't know what to do. But cool, thanks. No worries. Thanks, Cam. I'm just trying to get this looking right. Maybe we do something along the lines here, and we do what we just did. Maybe we go Control B, make this one a little bit smaller. I to do the inset, push it in like so. This here, Shift S, cursor selected. I'm going to throw in a plane. Do we put in kind of like radiator fins? GY. Cool. Invert my selection. Hide. Let's do mouse wheel up a few times. V to rip. So we'll grab this one now. G to the Y. E to extrude. It's not bad. I'm almost half thinking that, whoops, Alt H. These could almost be like here a little bit, and then they can actually twist down. Is this in the middle? Alt G. Yeah, that's fine. Alt G. What have I done? Why is... What the? Something's not in the middle. Why is something not in the middle? You? Ah, it's the shading, you daft monkey. Yeah, do we do something like a Harrier jump jet? I don't know. No. How about skewing them horizontally? Yeah, they looked a little bit rubbish. I wasn't a fan of them. Just doesn't look right. I don't know. Do we tilt as it takes off? Press K for volatile. K. It's a knife. Oh, geez. Too big, too tiny engines. I don't know. Make them square from the front 30 degrees in the angle. We didn't really work as well. Too tiny support engines on the middle. Like VTOL. Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. Control. Oh, ugh. No. What the heck was that? Control. I have never used that. Control Shift Alt S. Never knew that. Coding programs, not much mind for 3D modeling. Coding, Daisy game. Oh man, there are so many good storytellers on. Do you guys love Cow Mummy? What? Oh my goodness. Yeah, but I like VTOL. Yes, sorry. Whoa. So. Is that of interest? I learn a new shortcut and forget the ones I knew before. Yeah. Do we go VTOL? Alright, we might have to come back to the engines. I think I'm wasting too much time on that. So, but what we could do is let's just do a little bit of ideation. Let's do an I to do an inset and E for a bit of an extrude. And then in here is where we can put in a whole bunch of the kitbashing assets, so on and so forth. And then we can also dump it over the top. We can do some very weak paneling. What if we do this? E to extrude, and then we scale it up a bit. Here and here, here. Control B. No, I should have done that first. G to the Y. Here and here. Control B. Control L, G, X. Yeah, we're going VTOL. I think that's what it means anyway. Let's go Shift S, cursor selected. And then in here, we're going to be adding in a cylinder. Rotate Y 90. Let's go Control P, P separate by selection. And I reckon that's a great idea. G to the X, pull it out. Let's go I to do an inset, E, put that in. And then here as well, we now just go GX, push it into that. And then what we'll do is we'll make a bit of a covering over the top of that. Here, let's put another edge loop. We could put an actually probably edge loop through there. V to rip. Let's go something like this. Scale Shift Y. Bring it down. And now we can come in, make some small little bevels. Control B. Right click, auto smooth. Nice. I think that works out well. You know what? Maybe something. You remember 20S Marco? What? I don't know what's going on. Is this Blender? Yes. Il Bear, welcome to the stream. Oh, JJG369, welcome as well. If we can, subscribe button up there. Oh, Marco, I didn't see that. Schmix, Aptem. Yeah, there's a few people who've popped in. Sorry, I didn't see any of them. Did I minimized it? Did I minimize this one? Sweet. We are we've almost hit that goal of hitting 97,200. Not far away. Have you tried new geometry? No, I haven't touched geometry nodes. I know I need to. I will sit down and learn geometry nodes one day. Today's not that day. I'm not gonna lie. Today's not that day. Let's go GG. Scale X. So we've got something like that. And then we could bring that back. E to extrude. Something like so. Just maybe slowly. Control B. Excellent. GG. Come on, go up. Mark that. V to rip. Control L, delete vertices. Shift left click. Copy to selected. Nice. Haven't gone too crazy with the stuff because I know up here there's going to be plenty of opportunities to put in some greebling. I reckon we'll come back here soon and do a bit of the back end, how we all get on. The problem isn't your engines. The problem is the hull. It's too wide. You need to keep the engines big. You reckon go bigger? Ugh. I do want them sideways. I know that much. I don't know. Yar! Please don't time me out. I'm just here watching some planes. Yep. Takes a week and just do it. Do it! What am I doing? Okay, let's continue on. I do like how we've got these outset pieces. Dang it, Spooky, it's too wide. I hate you so much. Suck. I'm going to grab all of this guy here. Let's go move, new collection, character. Okay. Okay, right click, select hierarchy, move, new collection, character. Go. And I'm just going to hide him for now. What the heck is that? Oh, that's that. Yep. I mean, we could ultimately bring everything in so it's a little bit... Oh, I do like the chunk, though. I like the girth. It's my favorite thing, the girth. Because, I mean, yeah, we could... Now it looks too long. Does look better. No, we're going... I'm happy with this size. I do like the idea, maybe. Someone just joined. Who doth that beeth? Gangster PPM. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a fine Sunday afternoon. I don't know, wherever it is where you are. Something we haven't really tried to do before. Dun, 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 dun. Do we go with something like that? And so it's an opportunity for the landing gear to come out of that space. It's too small, isn't it? I know Spooky's going to whinge, but he's right, which is really frustrating. So just blocking, what would this look like? Because, I mean, we could have, like, complex gears and crud, like, opening. Forgot about the engines now. I agree. You on a good workflow. Excellent. Thank you, Alaska. Mark, have you seen some of the ships people are building in No Man's Sky? I've seen some weird ones. I did try and go back to No Man's Skies for a little bit, but I was like, And now that Ark has come out, I'm like, Ark's fun. Oh my goodness. The journeys, the adventures that I have had in Ark has been delicious. That's not working. Wait a minute, what the heck was that sound? Ah, sweet. Someone just followed. Welcome to whoever followed. Hang on, should be up here. XLR2000, welcome to the stream. Okay, let's come back to that. But I do like that idea. We're going to take that idea. Maybe they just fold out. Ma, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't touched anything. You keep me, you can speak. Who is he? Avery. So I've got two streams happening at the moment. I've got the vertical stream, which you're watching now, but I also got a horizontal stream. So for those of you on the vertical, if you want to go watch the horizontal, can you give me this link, please? Makula. Control V. Nope. That is a nuisance. Come on, share. Right click. Far out, you suck. Copy. There we go. I'll bring that back. Can you get back in that window there? There we go. So if you want to come over to the other one. So I'm looking at 3 different chats because I've got Twitch, a Twitch stream in the art category. That is correct. LR2000, very correct. Yeah, I got some interesting. Oh no, I removed that one. Oh, okay, but yes, you are correct, good sir. You'd be able to read chat more than okay, mate. No worries, buddy. Let's take this LR2000. That's the comment of the night. Let's take that idea. I'm going to extrude that. I don't know how this is going to work. Okay. Let's go. Because it's not really... Let me bring Kevin back. Kevin! And what I'm going to do is actually I'm just going to select hierarchy. Shift D to duplicate the poor guy. G. Let's move him to the side. And we'll just see what scale looks like. Alt R. Alt G. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's go to pose mode. What does it look like? So I'm just trying to see. Obviously here. Rotate Z 180. Yeah, now let's maybe build this up a smidgen. Smiley, just do it. But welcome, buddy. I haven't seen you for ages. I messaged you today. We need to do another escape room. Actually, no, we got to finish the other escape room. Do it. Blender in progress. Is that shit for no, this is me just creating stuff. Sorry, I got distracted. All right, let's go into... I'm so glad you're here. Let's go here and into there. Let's go press J. So now that's cut a hole in the back. However, I want that to be straight. So let's go scale x0, gx. There we go. Okay. I do like the gate. I want to do something different though. Because normally everything's always, this is the ramp and it just comes down. But what can we do differently? What can we do differently? Let's go something like that. I don't see why it would be. Watch normal streams on my phone all the time when cooking. I don't know what videos I'm watching while I'm cooking and doing all that stuff. You know what? Let's just whatevs. Let's go basic stuff. Okay, Shift S cursor selected, and then this one here will come. What the? Shift Control A. Right click. Oh, right click. Had a brain fart then, and then. Gosh, let me just extrude this just so I can get a little bit of thickness. And that's far too short. So what can we do that's different? Because that ramp is pretty steep. I mean, we could do what I've done with all the other ships where it opens and then we kind of pull it out. The AI soul covers go so hard. Well, yeah. I can't put a thumbnail of something I haven't created yet. So, what is that? That's a gate. It's too small to be called a frigate. Yeah. I hear. Just trying to work. What do we do? Because on the other ship, actually, do I still have the other blend file open? Nope. Let me go into this file. Iris door opens, but then the thing still needs to come out. So like on this ship here, let's go into pose mode. Because kind of like on this one, we have it so it'll open, but then also it'll go YY. Then it also extends. And I mean, it's cool. Like, but so you know what? The more I like play around with this ship, the more I really, really like it. And this is all pretty much it's pretty much all UV unwrapped using DreamUV. Few UV wrapping issues, but that's fine. I'm not too concerned. So I mean, yeah, we can do something like that, but I want something with a bit more oomph. So let's come back into here. Initially, something that I was thinking about is if we've got some really big landing gears, the actual bottom of the ship actually drops and sits flush with the ground. So yeah, I'm just trying to think, what can we do? What can we do? What's something different? Because we don't really want the doors opening that way. Because I think that's kind of stupid. But I mean, in a way, it's kind of like blast doors. It just makes sense. All right, let's just do it how we always do it. Let's go GG. C, just expand. And then from here, it just works. That's what we'll do. Oh, wait. Sorry, let's do that again. Ah, get away. I'm just going to delete that. Come into here, generate, solidify, modify. And we'll make that 0. Then I can do a Shift D. Right, let's not do that. Let's rotate that so it's flat as much as possible. Oh, actually, no, let's do it like this. Selection to grid. And then we will do like so. And then that way I can line it up a little bit better. We'll rotate it like so. Control A, apply the rotation. So now when we come in and we rotate it here-ish, then when I go Shift D, GXX, GYY, make it a little bit thinner, bring the thickness in. Now GYY, XX, GYY, ZZ. That one there, Control P, parent to object. So now when we rotate that, then this will be able to like slide out. And then that gives us our big get stuff ramp. Perfect. All right, so it's, yeah, all right, I'll buy that for $1. And I mean, technically as well, we could cut this bit so it opens up and makes it even a little bit thicker. Have you tried to make it a holograph? What about, oh, yeah, oh, garage, oh, far out, that's clever. Maybe like with skates, a little bit thicker. Sled with the suspensions. I am slow. I'm starting to think about that one. White's, oh, jeez, not again. FFFGG, yeah, yep. All right. I think we might just go with that for now. Roller door idea I like. That's good. Now this is the stupid thing. Am I wasting my time thinking about all this stuff? Will we actually see this? Yes, we will, because we'll probably make the characters walk up in there. All right, let's leave that. I'm going to go like this. Maybe grab these here. Let's do a Control B. I'm just going to do small little like that. I think that's great. And then in here as well, we will do a small something or other. And that cleans that up. Now, the question is how we're going to clean, close this off. Let's go FF. What's the damage? Nope, can't do that. Let's get out. So I've got to think of a way of closing that off. We haven't really closed this section off. Nope, go away. Control B to do a bevel. Because obviously now we can start looking at undo. Control B. Because obviously now we can start refining some of those shapes. I think, yeah, I reckon we might come back to that one. The roller door idea is a pretty good idea. I'm not going to lie. It's not looking good. Cut into 3 pieces, make the top part go up. Bottom toe down. We'll get down like this. Yeah, and this is kind of like that idea that we were talking about earlier, is this bit folds up like here-ish. And then that gives us more space to get in. Oh, what's the subscriber count? Oh, 199. So close. I like this, I like this, I like this. This is great. I'm just going to go Alt. I can't do Alt R, can I? Nope. Alt G? Nope. Alt G? Nope. Can't do that. Crud. Alright, so we're going to work this out. Let's go bring that back to about there. GZZ. Alright, you know what? We're going to walk away from this for a little bit. Have a think about it, and we'll come back. Let's come over into this section in here and see if we can clean that up. So we're going to come in here, delete edge loops. I did like how this came up. Hey, we got a new subscriber. Awesome. Rudy, welcome to the stream. Over on the Twitch, Rooney. Do we utilize something like this? I reckon we might. Let's put an edge loop through there. GG. Oops. GG. Pull that back. Let's maybe go right click, mark, sharp. GG. And we'll pull that down. Right click, mark, sharp. Do we need this piece? I think we definitely need something on the sides to, yeah, give it, like, I mean, obviously we can come in and do some paneling and such. Slice the cylinder lock on the back door that rotates to horizontal, split the door. Yeah. And then that's where we kind of, yeah, push it out. Oh my goodness. Anyway, you're done. Do we like this? I am down for it. Let's go right click, maybe go merge by distance. Let's actually pull this out. Control LP, separate by selection. And this gives us more space on the inside. I mean, if we have a look here, you can kind of see, I don't know what the heck that is, but I do like the fact that we've got a bit of a door here. This looks great. And I think that's what we're going to steal. But I'm really, really like the shape of the ship though. GZ5. But it does need... yes, something. Where is your Twitch link? If you just go to like Markham 3D on Twitch, I'm in there. But I've also got a secondary stream at the moment as well. Oh, there it is. So which is the horizontal one? It is missing something on the sides. Maybe just a simple Shift D. P separate by selection. And then what we'll do is do I to do an inset. Delete vertices. And then from here we can pull that up. Control L, G to the X. And we kind of like have this section in here. Let's maybe go something like this. G to the X. Maybe we grab this and we go G to the X. And then we grab this, G to the X. The AI doors and tiny. Or is that a huge cockpit? Yeah, I think the doors on the image are a bit too small. So that's why we're kind of doing something different. I mean, technically what we could do is maybe make it, like, open up like a sliding door. That might work. Hey, make a small person One-person drone that can attach to the ship. Yeah, that's clever. However, the cockpit is more narrow. Yeah, I completely agree. I like the fat. Like I've said this before, I like the girth. If I just hide the window, yeah, you can see that the dude's got so much space on the inside. I do like, yeah, that thickness. This is good. Yeah, slide to the front. So it would be something like we go, and then the door, there's a door here that can open. Oh, I mean, we could just like, yeah, just fold out that central bit. Look how it connects in the image. It's at the end of the arm. Oh, this bit here? Yeah. But I like, this is nice. And then this fat section that comes out. Maybe it needs to go all the way back. Maybe that's what it needs. It comes a bit further. Martin O'Leary, welcome to the stream. Just kind of deliberating on some of this stuff, what we can do. Pull that all the way back, maybe. Yeah, we'll keep that one anyway. P separate by selections. Let's do I to do an inset. I don't like this. Because, yeah, if I do... Okay, let's grab here. And then pull that away, pull that away. Let's go here and here, delete. I think the ship overall needs some more weight to it, yeah. And so that's why I'm thinking these side pieces might be the answer that we're after. Bring that up. Actually, edge loop here. GG. But then this kind of maybe needs to be split up as well. So if we were to go something like this, Control B, put in our 3 loops, then we can grab this, GG, bring it down, get stuffed. Bring it down like so. Something like that. Ship is bigger than the Cutlass. If you look at the scale of the character inside, the inspiration pick, I'd say it's about the size of a hammer's head. You reckon? Yeah, I guess. I think we're going to go down this route. Because that's now giving it a little bit more extra dimensional storage. I almost feel that we could like grab all this, Shift D, G, Z, and then put like an edge loop through here, Control B. P separate by selection. Here and here, Control L, delete vertices. And so what I'm half thinking, I really appreciate all this collaboration here, guys. I am taking it on board. I'm down with that. Make it a 2-piece. One can go at the front, one can go on the back. Yeah. I think you're right there with that one. If we Maybe we even split it like this. Delete faces. FF. FF. Oops. GG. GG. Yeah, nice. Right. Technical Tanvir, welcome to the stream. Storage rack. It's just a canoe on top. Shift S cursor to selected. Let's go. Could you imagine? Might as well just start putting in some ideas. Whoops. Something like so. Shift EZ. Something like that. Oh yeah, I'll buy that for $1. Engines could do with adding in some more bulk onto them to make it look like they have power. I completely agree. I think this seems a little bit underpowered. And I mean, this comes back to what Spooky was saying at the start, where he constantly tells me where to go. No, but yeah, it definitely needs something else with, even an extra, make it a bit girthy. Like I like this piece here, so maybe it's something that we could take in. What if we did I to do an inset, and then we grabbed all this, V to rip. Whoops, let's do that again. V to rip, so we'll do it on that side. Sorry, thinking. Gotta have a boat ready. Needs, yeah, slides to the front, yeah. Does that give us some extra oomph? Does that make it thicker? I mean, could make it a bit more boxier, and that'll solve a few problems there. Hi, add an air intake on the top, and I was thinking that. Just even like a small little scoop, and then that almost matches what we've got over there as well. Scale Y, E to extrude. Control LP, separate by selection, just so we can work on this separately. And then we put an edge loop. Scale on the X. GZ. And then this is where we can kind of come in. I to do an inset. E to extrude. That kind of gives us that. I think that works well. Let's now just go ahead, put a small little Bezier on it a little bit, just so it kind of blends in a little bit more. Nice ship. I'm working on the 60s house for a French short film. Nice. Yeah, you've been making some cool stuff. One inspiring artist. Okay. And then from here we can do I to do an inset. And then what we could do is just rotate that down. And so it looks like that we've got an area that's going down, down. Prices are down. Nice. And that's all that's needed. I think that's looking good. This bit here, do we go V to rip, E to extrude, and on the x-axis, so that covers that section. And then in here, we go GX and E to extrude. And then from there, we could probably put in some of our kitbashing set assets and so on. I think this here, this needs to be as if it's like a detachable tip. So let's go in, V to rip. And now I've got that nice panel line, and that's where we can probably put metal or even replace that piece there so it's more of a nozzle. When I swear that Star Wars had a ship with a lift entry stand and raises, then it retracts. Lift entry. I don't know which one, but far out, this is looking, this is, it's gorgeous, gorgeous. I do want to grab that. We're going to go mirror modify. Control A, apply the location. So that looks nice. All this bit down here is going to need a little bit of effort. So at the moment, we've only really got one exit. Like stand, like back of a truck. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Did we hit our goal for tonight? Yes. Yes. 97,200. Let's go. That was weak. Let's go. Okay, let's pull this back as well. That's looking great. That's looking great. The shape's coming nice. I'm not really going to be touching paneling just yet. We're more, I feel like we're still in the blocking stage, but we are coming out on top, which is good. Under here, we've got to do a bit of work. I think it might be time to do the thing that I struggle with most, and that's the stupid landing gear. So we'll cut that off. Cut that off. Noise. GG. Control S to save. Let's do that for a little bit. I'm liking this. This is great. This is great. Not really going to be putting a texture on this yet, because once we start splitting it up. Oh, I agree, Temple. I like what you're saying. I reckon we might go back into that one. Yeah, let's work on this winged section area, because this here becomes almost like a bit of a roof for the back end. Oops. So what I was thinking, chef. G, Y. Oops. Whoopsie doodle. Something like that. And then we do a Control B. What? What? No way. We've got that. I think that's great there. Let's put an edge loop through here. I'm going to grab this section and we're going to go G to the X and pull that in. And we'll also go G to the Y. Maybe this one needs to go in a bit. GG. That looks nice. Control B to do a bevel. Yes, look at that. I like that. I like it a lot. Shift Z. Control L, delete. Nub still around. Oh, I have a friend who's sending me jokes. Not all Not all mathematic puns are funny, just some. Top tier stuff here. They've made 8 Mission Impossibles. By now it should be called Mission Doable. I had a friend who was always late until his doctor recommended sleeping in a herb garden. Now he wakes on time. Far out. That was a good one. Okay, nothing. You call and Nub Nub shall return. I'll appear. Far out. Scales at 0. Scale Y. Oh, jeez. Scale X 0. Scale X 0. Scale Y 0. Scale Y 0. Okay. Let me know when. Oops, let's go E to extrude. Let's put an edge loop through here. GG. I think that's weird. I almost think needs to be... Oh, that's nice because it follows that line there. That's looking good. That time joke, man. That's hardcore. Does he sing Amazing Grass instead of Amazing Grace? Oh, gosh, that's pretty funny. I like this. I think this is great. This actually turned out better than I thought it was going to. There we go. And then we'll just do a small little bevel. Let's put that bevel in there as well. Whoops, where's my mouse? That's looking schmick. I like this. I'm glad we've got that in there as well. The question is, do we move it down? Oh, you know what? That saves me a few headaches. That's pretty cool. Why is the herborist cart a TARDIS? Because it's a time traveling device. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Do I have any other ones? What do you call a sick model? An influenza. That's terrible. Don't overdo the spice now. Okay, focus. Come on, you got a little bit more to go. So, I am liking this quite a bit as a base model. Definitely there's plenty more to go. Really happy with how that turned out, which was very clever of me. I'll take the credit on that one. Control S to save. This is great. It's meant to be a clean ship. Something that needs to be broken up in here. I almost feel that we grab here. Actually, we grab all this. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Then we come into add modifier, solidify modifier. Control B. Let's go here, here, and here. Delete faces. Let's go even thickness. 0.8. That's disgusting. I wasn't expecting that. My fault. GG. which is fine. I'm going to get rid of this and this, delete faces. Yep, delete these and these. GG. That's now broken up that space. Is it a fast ship? I'm going to say no. This is more of a transport ship. I don't think we're going to class it as fast. I feel strongly about the graffiti in toilets that I've signed a petition. Man, they're so good. Alien, hey, how you doing? Thank you for subscribing. Where are we at? What's our subscriber count at the moment? Oh, it's not that high now. Come on! Control S to save. This is good, this is good, this is good. We will, obviously, when we start coming into like this section in here, P separate by selection, we'll start adding in some smaller panels. I mean, I think the air conditioner just turned on. It's hot. Let's grab that and that. Delete faces. Here we go. GX. Control L. GZ. Bring it down. And so this is the kind of small that I was thinking about. That we do something like that. Start putting in panels and such. I think that'll build out the ship quite a bit. Even like, see where we look at these little bits and bobs? That's going to be great to add in as well. So for instance, if I select this, Shift D, X, I, I, GG, GG, delete faces. And then we just go kind of like that, G to the X. And that's kind of like where we start adding in all these little bits and bobs. Do you happen to have any videos explaining how to correctly UV stack in Blender for use with Substance Painter? So that won't work to UV stack because, well, hang on, let's reference this. Because let's say I've got a bunch of cubes. Here, oops, let's go, actually Shift D, and then we go Shift D. This is part of the problem, is that if I were to now bake these cubes, they're actually different. The baking would end up differently because we can see here that this is already halfway in the model. This one's on top of the model. This one has the model going through it. So, if I had all those UVs on top of each other, there would be conflict in the baking and you're just going to get poor results. Technically, you just pick one model, bake it, and then you put it wherever it needs to go. Hopefully that explains that. Because, yeah, they're all different. They're going to have different ambient occlusion. They're going to have different normals. Normals will be the same. The colors obviously will be the same. But that ambient occlusion is going to screw you over. So you can't really stack it. Unless you have a texture that already exists, then you can stack on top of it. But if you're baking those textures, it's not going to work. No, it's not about UDIMs. No. UDIMs is where you've got multiple UV maps on the one UV. No. You've got kind of like an array of UV maps. I don't actually explain that. I know. But yeah. Hopefully that worked, Mark. Hopefully that made sense. I did make a bit of a rant just then. But that's kind of, my mentality on that one. When there are multiple the same name. Yep. So that's why it's better just to bake the one object and go like that. Because technically, if you wanted to bake a mirrored object, you would remove the mirror modifier, take it into Substance or whatever, bake it, and then bring it back, put the mirror on, and now you've got both sides textured, if that makes sense. Okay. Just clicking on this. Click on this. Dun, 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 dun. Copy. Okay. So, yeah, hopefully I was able to explain that in a nice, easy fashion. Because, yeah, it does get pretty complicated very quick. Customize. Redirect. Here. There we go. Save. And then we'll do the same over here as well. So I'm just updating something real quick. Control V. In there. Save. Done. All right. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I think texture is going to be an absolutely beast when this comes now. So what I'll show you really quick. So one thing that I'm really been abusing now is DreamUV, even more than usual. And that is because this is going into Unreal Engine. So I can't use Blender materials for this. So I'm going to go like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Weird. Control E, mark seam. Control E, mark seam. So we've got that. We're just going to be focusing on this. And so I'm just going to show you DreamUV real quick. I do have a Kitbashing, a DreamUV set. Oh no, it's only on Patreon, the latest one. All right, I got to do that onto Blender Market. I got to do that before the Blender Market sales. Anyway, bring our DreamUV in, and we will come into DreamUV. This is my object atlas, and then Control S to save. We go hotspot. That has now been baked. Wait, stop. Let's go into cycles. GPU 32, 128. Right. And then let's quickly add in a sky. So now that we've done that, what color should this ship be? I mean, we could go in orange. Nice. And then we could add in our... I don't have a metal, do I? Oh, jeez, I'm going to make a metal texture. I don't have a metal one, you clown. Let's just go... We'll go black plastic for now. Create a new material. Black plastic. Control S to save. User. Control L. Nice. And assign. And then U. Hotspot. U can become black as well. And then these fins here. Control L. You become black as well. Yes. So as you can see, that's something like DreamUV is just like something super quick. Wider engines at the top, narrower at the bottom slightly. You reckon? I gotta bring in a I gotta make a silver material. I don't know. Let's just quickly as well. Sorry, I will come back to that. Light underscore engines. Light underscore engines. Emission. Assign. Assign. This thing goes light blue, and then we go up to 10. Let's just rotate the sun around. And then we have that. Nice. I think the sun's a little bit too strong for my liking. Yeah, that's coming along nicely. And then once we start kind of cutting out, it'll be good. I may need to pass out. What is the time? It is 11:45. Might call it a night now. I'm going to stream again in the middle of the week. Maybe a Tuesday. Oh, gee, sorry. James, hey, sorry. Tall dude, hey. Stick around. I'm so impatient to see the new sky texture. Yes, I can't wait. Stick around. Jump over to Gaming in the Can. I'll auto-direct you. Tell your friends.